Initially, I was like skeptical and thought it was cheating and whatever. And now I'm like, the things that this does are just unbelievable.
I find it very, very useful for the business. For like we said, descriptions, names, things like
Time
that.
saver like you would not believe.
So incredibly annoying. Because
What-
even smart people I know, very intelligent people, are posting this. Or they're like, there's an article that's made up on a satire site. I don't know why people don't look to like confirm things anymore.
Welcome to the Dirty Heifers podcast. Soap making, small business, and so much more. Let's get dirty. Hey y'all, and welcome back to the Dirty Heifers podcast, the show where three soap-slinging small business heifers spill tea, talk shop, and somehow manage to get wildly off track every single week. I'm Margaret, joined as always by my partners in grime, Jessie and Shauna. Tonight, listen, we're doing something we almost never do. We have absolutely no topic, no plan, no outline, no sponsor, no adult supervision. It's just us hanging out, catching up, and letting the chaos simmer on low heat. But don't worry, your heifers would never leave you without at least a touch of structure. And speaking of structure, it is time for our beloved Word of the Week, where we pretend we're smarter than we are, and Jessie tries to desperately...
Word.
What?
What word can you come up with for nothing?
All right.
Oh, there's lots of them.
All right. Tonight's word?
Is this supposed to start with an M?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was sitting there thinking, that looks like Neanderthal.
It's Meanderthal.
Yes. It does look like Neanderthal.
Is it Neanderthal that identifies with a M?
No.
Well, there's meander in it, so I'm gonna think it's, it's wandering.
All right.
Wandering with all.
Do you... Wandering with all your buddies. Do you want to hear a sentence?
What in the thunder did Dr. Heifer meander through?
Well, Shauna looked at our blank show notes and said, well, I guess tonight we're just full-blown Meanderthals, aren't we?
That's every week. Because we meander through all of it.
We really do.
We have a lot of topics that are tangentially related.
Yes, this is true. So,
Meanderthal is just wandering through a topic, I reckon.
Wandering around aimlessly. Kind of
There
like
you go.
Someone doing a podcast with no topic.
So, but it's a noun, right? So it's like a person who wanders around aimlessly.
Yes, it's a person who wanders around aimlessly. It's like
So it's me. I'm a Meanderthal.
A slang term for a slow-moving person. It's funny because as I was downstairs doing all the like printing everything out, whatever, and I said, all right, I'm going to run upstairs and get ready for the podcast. And John looked at me and he went, let's be serious right now. You're not running for anyone. And I held up the word. I held up the word of the week and I said, Meanderthal. That's me. He said, yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. So do you have a redneck word of the week?
I do not have a redneck word of the week, but I do have a town within the state of Mississippi this week.
All right.
Okay.
Are y'all ready?
Yep.
All right. Let's spell it. Gautier.
Yer.
All right. I have no idea. I'm going to say Gosher.
I'm going to say Gautier. Neither of us are in here.
Gautier. Gautier.
Gotcha.
Now, y'all remember a few weeks ago, Socher?
Yeah.
Yeah, this isn't said the same way.
Well, I said what did I say? Gosher. All right. So, A-U, dip. See, it's French, so I'm thinking like A-U is a diphthong. It makes A-aw.
You're a
Tier,
diphthong.
I have no clue. Gautier.
You're a diphthong?
Diphthong.
What are you dipping your thong in, Dr. Heifer?
She's the one that said diphthong to begin with.
A diphthong. It's a combination of letters that makes a sound that's not common.
I figured that was some slinky edible undies.
Like diphthong AU, diphthong OW, diphthong edible undies. Where did that? What?
That's like some edible undies that's got a dip. You can just dip them in.
Listen, any undies that are a thong, I'm not going to be eating. Thank you very much.
I'm not going to eat any undies, period. You know what I call thongs, don't you?
Butt floss?
That is butt floss.
Butt floss. Okay. No idea.
Let's not yucky bungee on butt.
Gator.
Nope. Y'all give up?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is about 40 minutes from me. That is the big city of Goche.
Goche. Nope.
Okay. Coachella.
None of Mississippi makes sense. Y'all French
I mean, to be
people.
honest, Pennsylvania has towns too. This is like one of them.
Yeah. Well, you have a lot of French. We have a lot of Indian up here. Like, not Indian, sorry. Native American.
Uh-oh.
No, we got Indian. That Buckatana was Indian.
Okay.
Buckatuna.
Buckatuna. Do you guys have anything, like, what's something small this week that happened that just made you stupidly happy? Anything?
Yeah, well,
I had help. You had help.
I've
Got help now. It's
Nice.
so nice.
So tell us
So
about your help.
nice.
What's your help?
I've got my son working with me now. And bless his heart, he made a uh-oh today. And Dee, if you're listening to this, I promise I'm not talking bad about you, but this is the nothing episode, and you were my topic today. So he was boxing up some soap. He has the past few days been boxing up a lot of soap, trying to get my shelves full because, you know, the busy season 'tis upon us.
Yes.
And for everybody that's listening, this is being recorded the week of Thanksgiving.
Right.
So, but anyhow, he's boxed up some soap and listening to his music while he's doing it and yada, yada, yada. And I got to watching him. I was back there packaging up some samples to go in orders. And I was watching him. I said, I need to watch him for a minute, make sure he's doing this right. He'd get the little clear circle sticky thing, and he'd put it on the bottom of the box, seal it up. He'd put soap in there, close it up, set it down. I watched him do this 3 times. I said, hey, son. Yeah, Mama. Are you planning on putting the little clear circle tab things on it later? He looked at me, he said, it goes on the top, too? I said, yeah. I'm like, why would you seal the bottom and not the top? I don't know. I said, have you done them all that way? He said, yeah. I'm like,
Well, at least it's just one thing. Go back.
no. Well, yeah, I mean, it's just one thing, but we're talking like about 500 bars.
Whoops. But you know
So-
what? I have bought commercial beauty products that were sealed on top with like a nice, beautiful holographic seal sticker, and the bottom was not sealed at all. I'm like,
Well,
come on.
yeah, y'all know me. So he was all flustered. So we pulled all of them. We went through every soap that he has boxed up and checked, and I think we got them all off the shelves. And it didn't take him a real long time to do that, but yeah, he was quite
Frustrated.
flustered with himself.
At least it was something
Bless his
small,
heart.
easily fixable. Fixable.
I told him, I said, son, that right there just solidified that you won't never do that again.
Yep.
I said, that was a learning moment.
Yeah.
So yeah. And one other thing I tickled at him yesterday, he just got him a new truck, and we went through Walmart yesterday, and he said, I'm going to go get an air freshener for my truck. I'm like, okay. Well, they didn't have a very good selection of air fresheners. And I told him, I said, son, you know your mom can make some stuff you can spray in your truck and make it smell good. I said, we can make it smell like legit. I've got like
Anything you want.
60 different fragrances here. And he said, oh, you can't you? I said, yeah. So while he was fixing the boxes and everything, and I took some of this base spray stuff I got from Wholesale Supplies Plus, and I did some little research, checked the infra on that, and got him all fixed up, so he was all tickled.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
How about you, Shauna? Something that made you stupidly happy this week? Anything?
So I released that video about finally passing the FDA certification stuff on TikTok. And I got messaged by a lot of people looking for help with that. And so far, I think I've helped about 3 or 4 people get past that. The other ones haven't responded yet with whether or not they've made it, but some people are starting from scratch, like they haven't even integrated their websites yet, so they're not to that point.
Nice.
I can't really help as much with that part, but I'm very happy that I've helped a few other people who have also been going through the same crap as me to get on there and finally, and it sounds counterintuitive. We talk about this all the time. It sounds counterintuitive to help other people who are
in their same business, right?
But I mean, it's the right thing to do.
It
is.
It is the right thing to do, and I feel like if when you put out good comes back to you, and then you always have that connection that if you ever need anything or you need any advice, or maybe they know something that you don't know about something completely different,
Exactly.
Can turn around and help you out. So for me, my stupid happy this week was, it's not really a small one, it would be a big one. It would be AJ passing that test. My son took the
he did pass it?
He took the local 25 IBEW aptitude test, and the algebra and the reading and all that. And they didn't release the scores, but he happened to be driving past the building, and so he called them. And they told him what his scores were over the phone, and he was extremely happy. He called me immediately, FaceTiming me while I was at work, whatever. But the funny thing was, he said it was really hard for him to make that call. That age group, they don't make phone calls. So I was proud of that too. So
I thought it was hard for him because he was afraid of what the answer would be.
Oh, well, maybe that was part of it, but they just don't make phone calls.
You should explain what the IBEW is.
It's the local electricians union.
Yeah.
And
International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers.
Yes, that's it. Yes, exactly. So, perfect. And you have to take the test just so that if he passes this test, now he moves on to the next thing, which is the a face-to-face interview, and then after that they get placed on a list to begin to work.
He'll nail the interview.
Oh, he's such a schmoozer. I have no doubt in my mind this boy could have been a public speaker. Absolutely, 100%.
Might have a politician on your hands.
I thought about it, but he has no interest. None at all.
Let him get a little age on him.
Yeah, you know what I'm thinking? Like when someone like him gets into the union, and if he eventually he could take that side of going to because he's a speaker.
He might be a union rep or
That's
something.
That's what I'm talking about.
You don't ever know.
I have a lot of union reps in the family, not in the electricians, but
Yeah, just overall.
Overall, a lot of
So sort of funny story. In medicine, there's lots of different board tests you have to take. So in med school, there's step 1, step 2, and step 3 you have to take. In step 1, the score you get has some bearing on where you go for residency, like getting residency interviews.
Right.
And I remember I took the step 1, and I was like, I just came out and cried because I was so certain that I just screwed it up. I always feel like I screwed my exams up. And I was in Kansas City when the scores came back to my house in Nashville.
Okay.
And my dad calls. He's like, "There's something here from like the medical board, blah 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 blah." And I'm like, "Oh, it's my step 1 scores, Dad. Open it up. Open it up. What does it say? What does it say?" And bless my dad's soul, he doesn't know what's important and what's not in this letter. So he opens up the letter and he just starts reading the whole thing. I'm like, "What's the number, Dad?" He goes, number. It's like a 3-digit number, Dad. What's the number? Just tell me the freaking number." And he's like, Poor guy.
Let me just read the whole thing.
Yeah, Yeah, he was just going to read the whole thing to me.
Yeah.
And finally he tells me the number, and I was like, oh, and he's like, is that good? And I was like, yes, that's exactly the number I was going for. It's like, whoo, hoo, hoo.
Nice.
But it was just so funny. Like, he's just going to read the whole letter to me, and I'm like, I don't care. Just tell me the number.
How about, does anybody have a habit that you're trying or failing to stick with? Like, are you trying to, do something that, like, we have a terrible habit that we snack at night. And when I say I mean me. And I'm always like, oh, no more snacks at night. That's it. I'm not having any snacks. But then what happens is we'll be watching TV and he'll look over and I'll be nodding off. And he knows if he puts a snack in front of me, I will stay awake and keep watching TV. So I'm trying to break that habit. I don't think it's going to happen, though.
You're conditioned now.
I'm so conditioned. I can't stay awake at all. And then I'm also trying to build the habit. You guys know I take a bath every night, and it takes a good 15, 20 minutes for that bath to heat up. So I'm trying to be productive during that while it's filling up. So I'll either jump for 15 minutes on the rebounder, or I'll do some kind of exercises or something. A rebound, like the mini trampoline, that you just keep inside, like just for one single person. So I'll jump up and down on that, just try and do something to be productive rather than just sit there and scroll on my phone.
Yeah.
So,
I threatened to get one of those for my son.
You know what? I think they're great.
He'll sit there and bounce in place. Like, he's just so full of energy. And
For a little while, we had it downstairs in the living room, and I would just stand, like, while we were watching TV at night, like before snack time. I'd stand there and watch, I would just be bouncing up and down while watching TV, but it's too cumbersome to leave in the living room, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How about either of you?
They look like fun, though.
They are.
Do it, lady.
Yeah.
I'm trying to break my coffee creamer habit.
Oh, is that tell us
Why?
about the coffee creamer thing, like, because sometimes when you say things in texts, I can't follow what you're talking about. Like, there's a lot, right? So you did
talked about coffee creamer?
You talked about the coffee creamer. You bought the wrong creamer or something like that.
No. So anyway, coffee creamer just has a lot of like calories and sugar and crap in it, and I need to get off of that. But no, what I did, this was a stupid story. I was at so we're building, and there's a grocery store on the way to the new house. It's not one I normally shop at. And I was at the house, and I was driving back to the house I live in currently, and I saw the grocery store, and I just stopped for a few items. And I saw Starbucks peppermint mocha there, and I was like, oh, that's the one thing I order when I go to Starbucks is a peppermint mocha. I don't go often. But I was like, I'm going to try the creamer. So I get the creamer, and it is awful. Like, it's not creamy at all. It's barely giving any flavor to the stupid coffee. I don't know what's going on. I go read reviews. I'm like, why are people ranking this well? This stuff sucks. And my husband's like, why don't you just take it back to the store? And then finally one day I look at it and realize what I got was peppermint mocha iced coffee or iced espresso. So you're supposed to just drink it straight over ice,
right,
not put in your coffee. But I did get the creamer. I got the peppermint mocha creamer, and it's still not very good. So it doesn't taste anything like what you get at the freaking place. Anyway.
All right.
But yeah, I need. My husband actually said today, he's like, you need to go back to tea. You put sugar in like, half and half in your tea, but at least it was like, wasn't as much as the cream you're putting in your coffee.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably a good idea.
How about you?
I just buy zero sugar creamer.
I am a little, I've gotten back to start drinking like Dr. Pepper Zero or something like that, instead of regular Dr. Pepper. But I'm a little traumatized by sugar-free candy. I don't know if you guys have ever eaten enough sugar-free candy. Yeah, it's I mean, it's a great weight loss plan. It's a great weight loss plan, but
really,
Margaret, have you never read the Amazon reviews for the sugar-free gummy bears?
No.
We need to send her some sugar-free gummy bears.
I'm not a candy person, so they would just sit here. I wouldn't eat them. I don't really.
Yeah, so no, I learned the lesson the hard way in my early 20s when I bought a bag of like sugar-free chocolates were first coming out or something.
Oh yeah. Those will really get you. Those will really get you. Oh, but now sugar-free creamer doesn't do me like that.
But
And you know me, I'm
so I'm gonna have to just like Just get away. I might as well just get away from it.
Have you tried it lately?
No. But I was just going straight to like just chocolate syrup and half and half or something. I don't know if it's any better, but it has fewer ingredients in it, so there you go.
Yeah, I'm not a coffee or creamer person, so I can't even help in that area. How about you, Jessie? Any habits that you're trying to kick or make? I know you're trying to go to the gym.
Yeah.
On a regular basis.
I'm trying. I still ain't been.
Well, you're sick now, so it's a little bit different.
I've been sick and, trying to run on a treadmill while you're hacking and coughing typically
when you can't
is not
breathe,
a good
you
look.
Yeah, probably not.
Well, that's like I said. Remember I said I was like really religious on the Peloton. I was doing great, and then I got sick, and then it was just like,
yeah,
you break your streak. And
yeah. And, well, I will say this. One habit I'm trying to break is I'm weaning myself off of nicotine. And that, like these two ladies, they know they've been around me. It's
cheering you on, though.
a hard thing to kick. It's a hard thing to kick. So
I'm glad I never started.
Yeah, and so I've got a few crutches right now that I use throughout the day. I've got these flavored toothpicks and a couple other things, and I think I've chewed I should have bought stock and gum.
Yeah.
I have chewed the crap out of some gum.
My brother has been chewing that nicotine gum for...
No, I just, nope.
Just regular gum.
Oh, no, he's
Just
doing the
regular
nicotine gum, and he's been doing it since he came out of that coma. So, I don't know what year that was, like 2018 or something. And he chews so much nicotine gum. Oh. Nasty.
That stuff's nasty, too. Ugh.
I can say that that's one thing. I read an article once or something that said, like, most patients who are on nicotine products of some sort, their doctors don't tell them to get off of them. And so
Mine does. Lord have mercy.
Yeah,
Why is that?
I think it's just because either they just feel like the patients aren't going to listen, or they don't have enough time to address everything, or whatever. But I see patients all the time. They come in like hacking and coughing, and they're going for major surgery, and I'm like, one of the best things you can do for yourself is stop that.
Yeah.
And sometimes they'll roll their eyes at me, and other times they're like, I know, I'm trying. So,
I have rolled my eyes. So when Shauna and I first started talking, and she saw me on a live or something, and she just did see me vape a little bit. Like, she just did see me, just a little bit. And she's like, she texted me, she said, "You vape?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, so she grumbled and grumbled and grumbled and grumbled.
it's my job, dang it. But also, I care about
It's
you.
out of love.
I care about you.
I know.
So I'm trying.
Now, I will say my doctor is one of those that gives me up the town every time I've got an appointment.
Mm-hmm.
So, my next appointment, because she asks me every time, if you quit yet, I'm going to be able to look at her and say, like, I kicked it. Does that mean this appointments are free?
When patients either tell me they've quit or they're like cutting down, I fist bump them. I'm like, yeah.
Nice.
Going.
Good.
You got this.
All right. How about I'm just coming up with some. I have a list of random questions because I can't just have
You're
no
so
direction.
random.
Mm-hmm.
You
Not
can't just
really.
wing it.
How about what's the last thing that you added to your Amazon cart that you're slightly ashamed of?
Now I gotta look.
I don't know.
Oh, I thought Jessie was about to say, I can't tell you.
No.
And I was going to laugh my butt off. What is
Let me
yours,
see.
Margaret?
I don't really. I mean, maybe an obscene amount of dude wipes.
Dude wipes are awesome.
I give them out as Christmas gifts.
They're really good.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys remember last time we went to the conference and I brought a big old pack of dude wipes?
Yep.
Threw them in the back of the toilet?
Yeah.
I have it, folks.
I get a year's. Well, I think that one package. Here's a flaw that I have, and maybe it's just me. I feel like one package of dude wipes should last a person a month. Am I wrong? There's 30 wipes in there.
depends on how much you go to the bathroom.
Well, you're not supposed to use the dude wipes to wipe everything. You're supposed to wipe with toilet paper and then, give yourself a nice little cleanup
okay,
with
so
the wipe.
number one, it depends on how many times a day you go. This is such a weird conversation for our podcast anyway.
There's no secrets. Everybody's gonna get tickled at us anyhow.
It depends on how many times a day you go, and
I didn't take that into consideration.
And the consistency of your poop.
So
if you have a really sticky one, if you have really sticky ones, you can wipe and wipe and wipe.
Right, but you do that with the toilet paper.
It's the endless wipe, the never-ending wipe.
But then
with the toilet paper, and then when you're done, you go, all right, I just used 3 rolls of toilet paper, but now I'm gonna, give myself a nice soothing dude wipe.
Yeah, I used 3 rolls of toilet paper, and now my butt is raw, and
right.
Go over and clean it with his
so
wipe,
I gave my son last year 12 packages of dude wipes, and like halfway through the year, he's like, "Mom, I need more dude wipes." I'm like, I gave you a year's supply. What are you talking about? So
he wasn't even using toilet paper, huh?
He says no. No, I just use 1. Yeah, okay, buddy. It's been 6 months. You got 12 packages.
How many times a day?
We don't buy the dude wipes.
Yeah.
We buy the Equate Walmart brand.
You know what? It's so funny because I was doing my holiday shopping and dude wipes is on his list as he wants socks, he wants underwears, undershirts, dude wipes. And I'm like, my kids are brand whores. If I bought him the off-brand, he would be like, he wouldn't use them. They would sit there.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah. I think. Maybe he'd be different than the girls. Emily would definitely use off-brand. But I didn't want to take the chance.
So funny story. Water wipes. Do you know what water wipes are? Mm-mm. They're just basically like saline and some rapeseed oil or something like that. And it's sold as diaper wipe.
Diaper rash stuff?
Not diaper rash. Just
baby wipes?
Baby wipes.
Baby wipes?
I was like, what is the word I'm trying to find here?
Baby wipes.
Diaper wipes. Anyway, but then they made bigger ones, like XL size ones for like wiping down the body because it's supposed to be like super gentle. There's no chemicals or anything in it really. It's just this, and they're very nice. But they're also very thick. Those feel good.
Okay. So, any embarrassing Amazon cart things?
I ain't got anything embarrassing in my Amazon cart. I mean, I've got dresses and ball caps and Halloween costumes, and I mean, there's nothing currently in my cart. Hang on a second. Whoa, Rachel sent me a list. Hang on a second. Maybe there's something embarrassing in her list.
I see things like on Amazon, not on Amazon. I see things on TikTok Shop that are obviously things from Amazon, and I would just go look at Amazon for it because I'm like, it's probably cheaper there anyway.
You know what? Sometimes it is and sometimes it's not.
Yeah.
Like the dude wipes that I got, I'm like, I think I remember seeing something on Amazon, and they have a gift box for dude wipes, and it was 9. It's 9 packages. I want to say a 9-month supply. Apparently, my months are off, but. So I got a 9 package thing, and it was about 60% of the cost that it was on Amazon. So I got it from TikTok. I ordered it 2 days ago. It's already up in my Christmas closet.
Nice.
If you're listening to this, AJ, you're not getting anything for Christmas.
You're getting a lump of coal.
He is not listening to this podcast.
No, I just looked through there and one of those things I saw on TikTok Shop when I went and got, which is really stupid, and who knows how many times I'm actually going to use, is one of those lymphatic brushes for your face.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
A what?
Lymphatic brushes?
Brush. Mm-hmm. So you use it like around the face and it kind of pushes some of the fluid out of your face.
I've seen those.
Okay.
They're not on Jessie's FYP for...
No, they're not.
I have. I'll tell you one thing that's come across my FYP, and I've thought about getting it for my brother for Christmas.
He doesn't listen either, does he?
No, I don't think he does. But it's gummies in the shape of
Wieners?
Male reproductive equipment.
Right.
So that reminds me, the prank I pulled on my coworker yesterday. So that people don't know, but I saw this video where someone had this done to them, and I thought it was hilarious, and I knew exactly one coworker I could do this to who would not get offended.
Little stickers everywhere?
No, it was the picture of the gorilla flipping the camera off. You print it out, cut it out, and I stuck it on the bottom of his mouse over the light.
So his mouse wouldn't work.
So when he went to try and use his computer later on, because he has his own office, his mouse wouldn't work. And he didn't say anything. He said, like, I've been gone for so long, I had to restart my computer, blah, 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 blah. It's acting weird. And I'm, like, waiting for him to say something about the mouse. I'm thinking he restarted the whole computer because the mouse wasn't working. But no, it's just he'd been off for a couple weeks. And so I'm going to his office, I'm talking to him, and I finally said, so how's your mouse working? He goes like, oh, yeah, there was this... Was that you? He thought it was another coworker. He thought it was someone else. So then he tries to get me back later, and I go and like, my mouse doesn't work, and I look under, and there's just a drawing of a hand with a middle finger sticking up. Mm-hmm. And he said he was going to do something else, but then he was afraid someone else would see it and call HR. He's like, I knew if you got it, you wouldn't care. You would think it's funny, but I was going to call HR. And he said it was like a juvenile drawing of genitalia. And he's like, not a drawing of juvenile genitalia, a juvenile drawing of genitalia. I was like, thank you for clarifying that.
Very big difference. Very big difference. Yes.
And I was like, I didn't even think that, but thank you for the clarification. I was like, oh my God.
Wow. Y'all, it's so funny. Here at the shop, like, I've got cameras. And the other day, Dee was coming in from school last week, and he would just drive straight to the shop. I heard him pull up, and I'm watching on the cameras, and I'm waiting. There's about a 2-second delay. So I wait for him to put his hand on the door, and I get, like, right there. Oh. And so he is, like, D is so easy to startle. You could be looking straight at him and go, boo, and he'll jump. Okay? So I got right there where the door opens. And he opened the door and just... He jumped all over himself. He was mad at me all at the same time.
Please don't do that. Give that toothpick in your mouth.
Yeah. Oh, did you see the thing about... Did you send the thing about the glass straws? You sent that. Mm-hmm. Okay. Maybe you should give a PSA right now to all of our listeners.
I mean, I can honestly say the first time I saw glass straws, I was like, But there was this person on TikTok who put out a PSA. Her glass straw, she didn't even notice it. It had chipped or broken or something like that, and she swallowed it, and something like... She could feel something there, but couldn't tell what it was, and she had swallowed a piece of glass, and had to go into the hospital. And they went in to try and retrieve it, and it was already gone by then. It was already passed through her stomach, so she just waited for it to come out.
Dangerous, very dangerous. I would never have thought of that.
I've seen that. I've seen
glass straws.
Yeah, they have glass reusable straws in there. People are like, "Oh my gosh, that's all you use."
I see them all the time on TikTok. People just walk around with their drinks, with their glass tumblers. I'm like, why would you get a glass tumbler? Exactly. You drop it, it's gone. And there's glass tumblers with glass straws, and I'm like, I guess it's cleaner, but
they think but it's more dangerous. It's really, and you think people are like, well, you drink from glasses all the time. It's like, yeah, but you are applying negative pressure through a straw, right? You're sucking. Right. Pressure. Not just drinking through it, you're sucking through it. And so then you're applying that pressure and anything just goes
right in.
But like
crazy.
The toothpick thing, like I did have a patient I took care of once years ago. It was a woman, she's sewing, and she had like the pins with the little pearls on the end.
Yeah.
In her mouth. And she was working on something sewing, and her kid started to tumble off the couch, and she went and went to grab him and sucked one of those, luckily down her esophagus and not her trachea, so it went down into her stomach. But we went in with a scope and found it had poked through the wall of the stomach and was just sitting there. You could see the pearl, so they grabbed it and pulled it out. But luckily it's something you can easily heal from, like that little tiny hole in your stomach wall. You'll be okay. But yeah, so it's another one of those things. Like I said, you're just lucky when in your stomach and not in your lungs.
Yeah,
that would have been a much bigger procedure.
Yeah.
What about, do you have anything, let's see, what's one thing you wish customers understood about small business life?
I mean, I think we do a good job of trying to show the day-to-day, all the stuff you don't normally see for a business. Mm-hmm. But people, they don't understand that the margins are much smaller for us than they are for big businesses.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And so they're all like, I understand wanting a deal. Right. But there's some people who are like, they will only buy when there's a deal, and they're always looking for something, and can I get this for less, and yada, 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 or why are you charging so much for that? And it's like, we can't buy, 500 pounds of, coconut oil at a time usually. So it's going to cost a little more.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's most people, when they see a small business, they think, oh, they can customize anything I need. That's not always the case, especially if it's like I had somebody a few months ago reach out to me and tell me that they wanted to order several bath bombs, and I told them, I said I discontinued bath bombs. I don't make bath bombs anymore. I said, yeah, but I want to get you to make me it was decent amount. I told them, I said I appreciate it. I said, I think I even gave them y'all's email address or web address, and I said, some things are just not worth your time. Not saying customers are not worth your time.
Right.
Some
the
products are not
right.
worth your time.
Well, right.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, we all experience, when we started our businesses, and people are like, oh, are you going to make this? Are you going to make that? Are you going to, and you can't make it all.
Right.
And
You
so
can't make it all.
choose
And
what you're going to make.
Right. I wish that they understood that when they tell you things like, oh, I really wish you would make this fragrance soap, and then you make it, I wish that they would follow through and purchase it.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
There are so many people. If you made this, I would be the first one in line to buy it, and then it sits on the shelf for 3 months.
And that'll be the first one that won't buy it.
Exactly. Yeah.
But it's as far as the bath bombs and the different products and such as that, what this customer doesn't realize, and it's not saying this is not me just throwing shade on the customer. What the customers don't realize is to make the bath bombs, I would actually have to buy materials. I would have to get equipment back down and set back up. I ain't made bath bombs in 2 years. I would have to relearn how to do it because it's been a hot minute. And it's just all of that for $300.
I had to make shower steamers today, and I'm sitting there looking at my recipe, and I'm going, which part goes first?
It's been so long.
It's been a while since I made these.
Well, we were talking about the materials, and I don't know if I told you guys this story. When COVID first hit, and I went and stayed at my mother-in-law's house, and she came and stayed here. That's when she really started. She wasn't working a job anymore. She used to work 3 jobs or something. So everything was quick, convenient, everything. She started cooking from scratch a lot more, cooking a lot more varied recipes, and she started baking from scratch. And she actually texted me. She's like, why didn't you ever tell me it was so easy to bake a cake from scratch? And I'm like, it never came up. I don't know. So I don't even use mixes or anything here.
Right.
So she has gotten really into pickleball, as people have lately. And someone at Pickleball wanted her to make a cake for a baby shower. And they specifically wanted 4-layer cake, and they wanted it strawberry, and they wanted this and that and the other. So she found a recipe, and it had pureed strawberries, and it had all this butter. She said it was 2 pounds of butter in it or something like that. They gave her $30 to make the cake. She's like, just pay for the ingredients. I'm not a professional cake maker. I'll just
right.
She said they gave me $30. She's like, I think that might have paid for the butter and the strawberries, and that's about it. The rest of it, the time, everything else. She was so stressed out about this freaking cake.
That's funny.
Yeah. I mean, and I this weekend, I just made that orange creamsicle cake for my son that took me 2 days to make, right?
I bet that was good, too.
It is good. It's very good. It's still in the fridge. But my son was he's got a sleepover going on right now, and he was bragging to the boys, we'll have orange creamsicle cake later on. It tastes just like an orange creamsicle. It's a great cake.
Mom knocked it out of the park.
Nice. But I can understand I can absolutely understand why some of these cakes that you get from the bakeries cost so
100%.
freaking much.
Oh yeah.
Not just the materials and the time, but the expertise they have in making the decorating. Because my decorating was absolute crap.
Yeah.
It was legible, but that was about it.
Yeah.
What about what is one tool or product that you tried recently that surprised you, good or bad?
A tool or a product for the business, or just in general?
In general.
I'm trying to think. Do you have one? Because I'm trying to think.
I do. AI. AI, specifically the new, the nano banana and the picture generators, and it's just...
I've never heard of Nano Banana. What is that?
Nano Banana's on Google Gemini.
Oh.
And it's a photo, more of a photo editor one. And then July sent me one yesterday. I haven't had a chance to look at it, the Sora. All of the videos I see on TikTok and they had that watermark. But she was like, she was making videos and sending them to me yesterday of herself. And they were hilarious. Short, like, little short clips, whatever, but I'll look at that. She's like, I think it's going to replace TikTok. I don't know about that. But I think that AI in general has been... Initially, I was, like, skeptical and thought it was cheating and whatever. And now I'm like, the things that this does are just unbelievable.
I find it very, very useful for the business. For, like we said, descriptions, names, things like
Time
that.
saver like you would not believe.
But I get so annoyed at the videos.
Yeah.
So incredibly annoyed. Because even smart people I know, very intelligent people, are posting this. Or there's an article that's made up on a satire site. I don't know why people don't look to like confirm things anymore.
My fear is these videos are getting so good that eventually we're not going to be able to tell the difference between reality and AI.
Well, what kills me about AI is you see it a lot now in the TikTok shoppable videos.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mom's really kind of getting into TikTok and such now, like scrolling and watching videos. She sent me a video the other day, and it was a TikTok shoppable video, and it was for these lights that, like under cabinet lights, And I got to looking. The stove in the video didn't have any knobs on it. So it was AI.
Yeah.
And she said, yeah, but it's such a cool product. I said, yeah, but Mom, can you be sure that the product is actually like it is in the video? I'm like, it's AI.
Yeah.
She said,
I mean, even before AI, you couldn't even be sure those videos were accurate.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I understand.
it's very difficult to detect.
I understand the temptation, too, though, to make them, because, like, right now, it's a struggle for me to make content. I have the videos, it's just a struggle for me to sit down, edit, do voiceovers, whatever, and make them interesting, so. But it is frustrating as well whenever, like, what was it, a month or so ago when it was all the freaking videos of animals jumping on a trampoline, and everybody's like, look how cute this is, and I'm like, it's AI, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy how much better they've become. And some of the ones that are just absolutely like, are you kidding me? This is totally AI, of course. My mom sends me all the time. Like, it's frightening how the older generation, they just can't, they have no idea every time. Every time.
I mean, they're very, like, my mother-in-law would send me an article, and I'm like, dude, this is the real story. But that's like social media in general, right?
Yeah.
Like, people freaking out about something, you're like, okay, let's go look at what actually is going on.
Yeah.
Yep. There's been so many times Mom has sent me stuff. I'm like, Mom.
Yeah. But have either of
Where'd you find this? Facebook? I'm like, that don't mean it's true.
Have either of you tried anything
good? My nails
good?
match.
Oh, how nice.
That was unintentional. Tried anything good? Okay, so let me see. We got so caught up in talking about AI, I forgot.
I know. That's why I was kind of like, not because that's a whole. You could do topics. We did shows on AI, right? I think.
Yeah,
we did.
we did an episode about it. Yeah, using it for your business. I'm trying to think. Oh, geez, Louise.
I haven't tried any new tools.
No.
I can say that back in August, I gave my husband a Ninja slushie machine because my entire family loves frozen drink, like ices, frozen sodas, things like that. They love it. I am not a frozen drink person. I would rather have liquid going in my mouth than brain freeze.
I'm the same way.
But everybody else loves these things. And I did a lot of research for months ahead of time. And I got him the Ninja slushie machine. And if anybody else likes things like that, 100% recommend it. Easy to clean, easy to use, and it's literally he thought, when he first opened it, he thought it was one of those, like a blender where you put an ice in your drink and it'll make something. I was like, no, you just stick your drink right in there. So, like, he can get his root beer, a Beta root beer. He loves a Beta root beer so much. he could just dump a bead of root beer in there, and like 15, 20 minutes later, it's frozen. And so he is in like he and my son are like, my son's like, can we have a slushie tonight?
All right.
Well, now I will say, this year, this is not like within the past month, but this year I finally got an air fryer.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And I love that thing. I always figured I would use it, but I'm telling you what, you got leftover pizza, you throw it in the air fryer, and it's like it just come out the oven, and it's great.
Yeah.
See, I have an air
That's my
fryer,
cool
but it's
tools,
kind of
air fryer.
It has racks instead of like the bucket type air fryer that most of them are.
I've got the bucket type.
And I think I'm going to switch over to the Ninja one that has the 2 separate buckets.
Yeah, I have
Instead.
the buckets. And I was given the one with the racks, but I gave it to my daughter.
Yeah,
I don't think she ever uses
I told my mother-in-law, I said maybe you can use the rack one because it's smaller. It doesn't hold as much.
Right.
So
I feel like the rack
Mom-
one would be really good for dehydrating stuff.
I have a dehydrator.
My mom has the Emerald Lagasse big double door one, and she tried to give it to me once. I said,
Too big?
too big. Like, I don't like having stuff on my kitchen countertops, but I totally do. Like, if it's something we use a lot, like the coffee pot stays on my kitchen countertop. The air fryer, I originally started putting it underneath the countertop in the cabinet, but we legit use it every day.
Right.
So it stays on the countertop.
So I think do you guys remember like months and months ago we went to visit another family that retired couple that had built this huge custom home. We're building a custom house, and so we went to talk to them about some of the stuff they had done, about whether or not they like it and such. And we were looking around their kitchen, and they had one of these Ninja two bucket air fryer things. They're like, it's great. You can put like chicken tenders on one side and French fries on the other. It's 2 different temperatures. You cook different times. It's great. So I was looking at that, and then I noticed that Ninja has one that's stackable. So it's 2 drawers, but they're on top of each other instead of side by side. So it takes up less counter space. And I'm like looking at it, and you can get one that fits an entire chicken in it. And I'm like, dang, you can cook your entire chicken in the freaking air fryer.
That's
for
weird.
dinner. I'm like,
All right.
I might like it. Why is that weird? People do it in the Instant Pot.
Look, I told Farrell the other day, I said, I know what I want for Christmas. He said, what? I said, I want a pellet smoker.
Okay.
I want a pellet smoker. I love smoked meat. I would throw chickens in there. I'd be smoking. I'd be smoking all kinds of meat up in there.
Absolutely. I know a lot of people who love smoke.
Because I was going to say, that's what she said. When you said, I love smoked meat.
Yeah, I knew that somebody was going to come up with something.
I just want to jump
But
in
I'm wanting to do ribs. I want to do brisket. There's so much that I want to make, and I think I would use the absolute punkin out of it. I've just got to get it. But there's a guy a guy I go to church with. We have dinner on the ground, which dinner on the ground is just, used to it was dinner on the grounds, and it'd be a picnic kind of thing, but now it's just in the fellowship hall. We still call it dinner on the ground. First Sunday of every month, we'll have church and dinner, and then we'll have another church service, and we omit evening service. We go home. Well, he did brisket burnt ends. No, he did pork butt burnt ends. I went back for seconds.
Nice.
I can tell you, my son, like, anytime he can get mac and cheese with burnt ends in it at any of those places, he is all over it.
Man, I want a pellet smoker so bad.
All right, then.
It'll be like, we'll get on an episode, and Jessie will just be, like, sweating and be like, what's going on? She's got the meat sweats because she's been eating too much.
Dang right.
She'll be like, I got the meat sweats.
Look,
Then she'll be like,
I might
she'll
would
be
jump
like,
back on. I might would jump back on the carnivore diet if I got me a pellet grill.
I was about to say, then she wouldn't be using
Pellet
as
smoker.
many dude wipes because she's eaten so much meat she hasn't gone to the bathroom in 3 days.
I'd have to be taking me some fiber supplements.
Yeah.
I'll send you another bag.
All right, let's get off the poop again. What?
This is the poop
Hey,
episode.
wait. You guys watch Scrubs,
Wait.
right? The original Scrubs that's coming back on in February.
Yes.
By the way, I am very super excited. Scrubs is one of my all-time favorite shows, and they had a musical episode. Did you guys ever see the musical episode?
Probably.
I never watched Scrubs.
There's a song on it.
Yeah, you gotta watch it. Go back, see if you can watch some old ones. They're really funny.
You can actually stream the old ones. It's just the music is not the same because of copyright issues and such.
Oh.
But I have the original DVDs. Anyway, the musical episode had a song called "Everything Comes Down to Poo," and it's talking about how they need stool samples for stuff. The whole song is "Everything comes down to poo."
Of course, shoot. And she remembers that poop song, and I remember Mr. Hanky, the Christmas poo, he loves me, he loves you. Therefore, vicariously, he likes you. I'm not going to sing the rest of it because it's racist.
Listen, Jessie does enough to try and get us in trouble. You don't need to do that to us.
All right, so
I'm just not politically correct. I'm sorry.
what's something that you would outsource tomorrow if you could?
Video editing.
The office stuff.
Editing I say scaling up the business. If I could have somebody else come in and be like, this is what we're doing magically, scale it up for me. I can keep up with the production. Once you get it in place, I can keep it up. That's what I would do.
Shoot, I could do that for you.
All right,
Yeah.
we're in. How about this? Okay, all right, so here's something that's going on right now. We're having, this is airing the week of Thanksgiving, so we're having our Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale, right? And we started it early. We started it this week.
Wait a minute. This isn't airing the week of Thanksgiving. We're recording.
No,
it
that's what I
during
meant. We're
Thanksgiving.
recording it the week of Thanksgiving, right? So we started our Black Friday, Cyber Monday sale already. And, of course, the day before we send it, I'm like, we're talking about it. We're getting, making sure my inventory is good, because I always do that before we have a sale. I panic. Making sure all the inventory's together. We're putting all the listings on and putting the coupons on the website. And as we're talking about it, it's 30% off, whatever. In comes a gigantic order.
I had that happen today, and my sales start Thursday.
Okay, so now I have a question for you, because I'm gonna ask you, what do you do with that? And how about people who forget to put the code in to get the discount?
Now, if I tell you what I do for that.
Okay.
Now, if they buy a bunch of stuff thinking it's sale time, I tell them, I'm sorry, it does not start until this was clearly in the email.
Okay.
However, if they order something and they forget to put in the promo code, if they email me, I'll go back and I'll make sure they get that discount. But I mean, if somebody orders before a sale goes into place,
John is all like, "Oh, I gotta refund 30% of this order. I gotta refund the 30% of that order." I'm like, "Why?" And he goes, "Because the sale. That's not fair." I said, "What's not fair? It's advertised. What
Right. I mean, if you go to another website,
It frustrates me.
If you go to Bath and Body Works and they have a coupon code and you forget put the coupon code in,
They're just sorry. And yes,
Yeah.
honestly, if you forget to put the coupon code in and you notice it and you send it to me, I'm going to go back and I'm going to refund you. Because I don't want you to just return the entire order and have a bad taste in your mouth.
Exactly.
I want to give it to you, but before the sale?
and I haven't released and here's the thing, on TikTok, I can't really release a video saying, this promo code is available for countryleathersw.com because it'll get throttled. It won't go anywhere. So I'll do that on Facebook. I'll do it on Instagram. I'll do it on YouTube. But I send out that, now I won't release that I won't put that video on till like Thursday evening, Friday morning.
Right.
Because I'm giving my subscribers that actually check their email early dibs.
Right.
It goes live Thursday morning, 12 o'clock. And it's valid through the following Tuesday, midnight.
Okay.
Yeah. Our web guy just emailed and he said something like, I said, what is our code? Because he was handling all this stuff and he was making emails and stuff. I was like, okay, cool, you have at it, dude. Because he's got like this whole schedule of stuff he's doing for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. And then I was like, so what is the code? And he's like, I'm about to generate the coupon now. I'll give it to you. And then he said, here's the coupon code. Oh, by the way, here's a direct link to apply the coupon code automatically. I'm like, we can do that now? Like, we couldn't do that before on my website. Like, you had to pay extra or something to have it automatically apply to everything. Yeah. Yeah,
nice.
WooCommerce is different from Shopify. And so I was like, that's awesome.
A direct link to automatically apply the coupon?
Mm-hmm.
Now I have to look into that. Because if I can automatically apply the coupon based on the, you have to reach a minimum sale amount and whatever.
Ours is not a minimum sale amount, I don't think. We just said just do it. And we have a couple of categories that aren't included.
Okay.
So
everything's included, but you have to have a minimum for me.
So something, I have to make a video about this.
Yeah, we have to have $25.
One of the things we have now, just in time for the holiday season, is gift cards. We actually have gift cards now. Woohoo!
Nice.
And so we made gift cards are not eligible and merchandise is not eligible. So like the T-shirts and hoodies.
Oh, I need to make an email about the gift cards.
Yeah.
Because I have a
squirrel. We actually have physical gift cards now. Brad got
nice.
We got to be super official about it. I'm like, okay.
Nice. Very nice.
But yeah.
What is the most unhinged thing that happened to you this month?
Well, we know what just happened.
Well, I'm gonna slam my bank for a minute. So, so I go in with my son for said truck, and my bank that I've bought many vehicles through, they won't let me, they won't let my husband borrow. So we're thinking, it's debt to income, because our credit's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
No. My brother-in-law went with my son, which we got the truck anyhow. We was just trying to get him to build some credit, So my brother-in-law went, and, they wouldn't let him do it either. And, he has no debt. He has fantastic credit. They just...
So you're talking are you talking about co-signing the loan for your son?
They wouldn't let him co-sign. They wouldn't let him, after all that didn't work out, he said, well, I'll just get the loan. And, they wouldn't even let him do that. At all. Because the only thing I can figure is... they don't like to give out loans for like $10,000 and under, which is stupid because you're making a better percent interest rate on it.
Didn't they not tell you why?
They just denied. I'm sitting there going, that's so, but that's fine. We've got another bank we can go through, and they can get our money, he can build credit there, But yeah. Keesler Federal Credit Union, you kiss my butt.
Oh, she's dropping names.
Dang, girl.
How about you, Shauna? What's the most unhinged thing?
You're talking about unhinged good or unhinged bad?
Whatever.
I mean, other than craziness at work, my husband, so we're building our house and we're subdividing into a neighborhood too. So we're creating this neighborhood with estate lots, custom home type things. And we were originally just going to be the developer. And then my husband comes home and he says, our builder says to my husband, you have done so much research. You know more than a lot of builders that I work with. Why don't you just be the builder for these lots? And he's talking to my husband about this. And I'm like, my husband comes home and starts explaining this to me. I'm like, excuse me, you're going to do what? So apparently that's going to be our next business is being builder.
All right.
Stuff.
Okay.
And then my husband actually just came home and said that this particular builder might want to work with us on more projects in the future. So
nice, very nice,
cool.
So yeah, I'm like, 10 years ago, if you had told me I was going to open a bath and body business, I would have been like, what?
Yeah, okay, well,
yeah.
No.
And if 5 years ago you'd said, oh, you guys are going to end up with a business being builders, I'd have been like, what are you talking about? yet here we are.
My unhinged thing this month or this week, whatever, would have to be when I was teaching a soap making class. We're doing a soap making demonstration. That's more like it, for school. And in watching the replay of the video, like I had the camera way in the back of I was looking at the back of everybody's heads, and you could see me in the forefront. And I noticed no teachers had their cell phones out. Nobody was grading papers. Every single person was sitting and was completely involved in what I was saying. Locked in.
They was locked in.
Like, that was just unhinged for me. And then another thing that was a little bit unhinged and on the flip side, but still tangentially related to teaching.
Oh, yeah. Tangentialize.
Would have to be, there was a gigantic raid done in where I work, and like 32 gang members were arrested, and many of them passed through my school. So I knew a lot of the people who were arrested, and could have told you where they would have ended up when we were in school. Anyway.
That's unfortunate.
That is. It's unfortunate, but...
But to your point there, the first point, not the second one, I think that's part of the reason why people love our soap making videos so much. People are like, bread making, sourdough videos. People just sit there and watch them, even though if they have zero intention of ever doing it. All these videos of like these old skills, like doing something from scratch, making something from nothing.
Yep.
Yeah. I guess
woodworking videos, people love watching that stuff. So I totally believe that the teachers are just like, whoa, how does this
It
work?
was just so odd, though. I mean, if you've ever, because I've done professional development meetings before. I've gone to, learn some kind of skill and then have to bring it back to the school and teach them, like, this is a computer program that you're going to be using, and they just completely ignore you. And then 3 weeks later, I ask you for help, and...
That's not interesting, though.
That's true. True. Even though it's something that they need to do, it's not interesting, so they don't do it. All right, how about this one? What is a hill you would die on that other people think is ridiculous? And I'll start with, I asked this question to John before I came upstairs, and he said, Jimi Hendrix is the most overrated guitar player ever, with Jimmy Page being a close second.
I can totally... And I agree with him on Jimmy Page.
I don't know.
I'd
have to see it and hear it and whatever.
Yeah.
Not a topic.
Jimmy Page?
Mm-hmm.
All of them together, I'd have to, yeah.
Okay.
So that's
A hill I'm willing to die on is that vehicles, Toyotas especially, cost too blankety blank much. There is no way that a brand new pickup truck base model should cost $45,000. It's insane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How about you, Shauna?
Not very fun, but I sent you guys the video the other day of the hospital that looks like a freaking 5-star hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Hospitals shouldn't
be a charity hospital.
It looks great, but hospitals are not hotels, and they're not there to impress
That one looked like a freaking health spa.
Yeah,
it did. And we have way too many administrators in healthcare.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I have a lot of strong opinions about this kind of stuff, but yeah, there's way too many administrators, and everybody thinks that the healthcare dollars. It's kind of like these charities, like all these charities where like only a very fraction of the money is going to actual charity work, and like so much is going to administrative costs and salaries.
I feel like that's something that goes across the board in every single industry. Yep. There's way too many administrators in education. There's
and they're making way too much money.
Yep, way too many administrators in healthcare. Way too many administrators in everything.
Right, and I just saw a statistic recently that said only about 7% of your healthcare dollars actually go to like doctors and nurses, and the rest of it's going to like administrative fees, hospitals, and their salaries.
It's insane.
The CEO of a hospital making like 7 figures is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
So
Well, and the cost of health care, like I thought I sent y'all a video where a local doctor, OBGYN, she was calling around different hospitals
Yep.
and getting prices of cash deliveries, like cash health care for, you know, your prenatal visits and the actual delivery and with epidurals and such as that versus what they charge the insurance companies. It's insane.
Because the insurance companies only pay pennies on the dollar for what you charge.
Well,
So
and
they
that's
charge more and
also,
more.
like my son was getting allergy shots every week. He was getting allergy shots every single week, and I had no idea. I went in, I gave them my insurance cards when I first started. I never had a copay. I never had anything. And then all of a sudden they called me up one day and they were like, okay, we take your insurance now. And I'm like, wait, we had been going there for like a year and a half. Every week he was getting shots. And they said, we take your insurance now. So there's I think they said after everything, it was like a $37 copay every time I go. I'm like, every time? 4 times what, are you kidding me? It's like almost $200 a month now and now that's because you take my insurance. So when you didn't take my insurance, it cost me nothing. And now that you take my insurance, it's going to cost me $37 a week.
I can tell you guys, I could talk about this for hours because of all the stuff that's going on. I have very strong feelings on this, but that's why you see so many doctors now going into direct care where they don't take your insurance. You could submit to insurance if you want to, but there's like, you know, I have friends that do this direct primary care where you basically you have a subscription to the clinic. You pay them a certain amount every month, and they're on demand.
Well, my mother had looked into that years and years ago. Must have been about almost 20 years ago. They called it the boutique doctors, right? And she was...
It's becoming more and more common.
Yeah.
And it's
How
cheaper for a lot of
about,
people.
what is a trend that you wish would disappear forever?
Squatted trucks.
Lifted trucks.
No, lifted trucks have a purpose when they're up to a certain extent. When they get above like 3 foot, yeah, that's stupid. But squatted trucks,
They can't go over a speed bump.
stupid.
Yeah.
You can't go in and out of your driveway.
Squatted vehicle
You
of any
can't...
sort.
Squatted trucks are so, well, I mean, they can go over a speed bump, just their back end's low.
Okay.
You know, it looks like a dog
I've seen
dragging
some-
his butt on the
I've seen
carpet.
some that like they're not. It's not the back end that's low.
It's
The
the
whole
whole
thing is
thing.
low, and like
Yeah.
they can't even go. Over
That's
the speed
no,
bump.
that's a low rider. I'm
Okay.
talking about squatted trucks where
Oh.
the front of it, like they legit bought half a lift kit.
Okay,
They
that's
lifted
dumb.
the front and the back is squatted. I mean, the truck goes down the road like that.
Yeah,
Like
how
I
can
said,
you
it looks
see?
like a dog that's dragging his butt on the carpet.
Yeah,
I can tell you in the state of Pennsylvania that wouldn't even be street legal. They wouldn't.
I have never seen
Uh,
that.
It's not, well, it's a thing in the southern states and the Midwest, but it's not legal in the state of Mississippi anymore.
for good reason. You can't
It's
see.
not legal. Yeah, it's stupid.
Oh, and I didn't answer that last question. The what hill I
Way
would
to
die
go.
on. I know. It's just stupid.
You're not very organized, man.
I know. My hill that I would die on is that Disney is awesome and everyone should be a Disney adult. Okay, next. So, what's a trend that you should disappear? I asked that to John also, and he said 6'7". That's
Oh,
a
Yeah,
trend
I'm
that
with
should
him,
go away.
6'7".
That is
But I feel like, first of all, I feel like 6'7", that whole thing is way more than any of the slang that they, even just last year, were using.
Yep.
You know, this one has gone over the top. Even the kindergartners and the pre-K kids are using 6'7", so that's crazy. But I feel like that'll go out on its own.
Oh,
I
look,
hope-
when my
like hot and fast
sister-in-law,
and go away. I hope so.
Yeah.
when my sister-in-law comes over here with her young boys, I totally,
Feed into it.
oh yeah, I look him go 6'7", and she looks at me.
I saw a teacher the other day post that I want to say like Jackass, right? He goes, "This is Jackass teacher edition," and he goes up to a classroom door, and you don't hear anything. He opens the door. You can't see anyone either. Opens the door and he goes 6'7", and the whole class just erupts, and the teacher just turns around and is like. Because, you know, you have your class all settled and then you got to bring them back from that. That's annoying. But my thing that I wish would go away and disappear forever is how politics has become so divisive lately. Like,
Yes.
Yes.
It was
Used
never
to
like
it,
that.
That was a private thing back in the day.
Growing up, I was told when you go out, you do not discuss
You do
religion
not discuss politics.
or politics or money. Religion, politics, and money were off the table. You did not discuss that at all. And now it's like a prerequisite before you even talk to someone. Who do you support? Which color hat do you wear? If you wear this color, I'm not talking to you. If you wear that color, I'm not talking to you. And it's just so insane. I wish that would disappear forever.
So you reminded me of a funny story from when I interviewed for this job. So this would have been about 2010, late 2010. Yeah, because I started here in 2011. Anyway, we were going to, so I interviewed the first interview, and then they brought it back for a second interview at the time, and we would go out to dinner afterward. And so it'd be like dinner with the whole department. So I show up to this dinner with the whole department, and I tell my husband ahead of time, I was like, do not bring up politics. Don't bring up anything controversial. This is a job interview. And he's like, no, good Lord. Like, you don't have to tell me this stuff.
Wait, but why was your husband with you on a job interview?
It was
a dinner.
Oh, okay.
So this is like the first interview was by yourself. The second interview, you bring your significant other if you had it, and they would look around too. And it's like to kind of getting to know you and go to a dinner with the whole department, or whatever. And they could bring people too.
They want to make sure your significant other ain't a crackhead.
Okay.
We get there, so I said, like, don't bring up any of these topics. I'm just reinforcing this. He already knows it, but I'm reinforcing it. We get there, and within 5 minutes, the department chair starts talking about something political. Someone else starts talking about something political, and I just turned and was like, oh, well, I guess it's a free-for-all. Go ahead. I was like, permission granted.
I still would have been like, shut up.
He didn't really talk much about it, but it was just like, they just started babbling, like, and then, like, the smallest member of the department, this tiny little, like, smaller than Jessie Indian guy, is over there, like, downing Long Island iced teas, and I'm like, dude, like, you're pickled over there. It was so funny.
So do you have a trend that you would like to see disappear?
All these stupid AI videos trying to fool people. That would
Okay.
have to go away.
All right.
That would be nice.
That's just starting. That's just gearing up. How about what is one supply or ingredient that you secretly hoard?
Hoard? I don't know if it's secretly or not. I have way too many fragrance oils.
That's my answer too.
Way
Fragrance.
too many freaking fragrance oils.
Fragrance. And I can't stop buying them either. And I buy them 1 ounce at a time. Why am I buying them 1 ounce at a time? Because I want to smell it, but then you can't use 1 ounce at a time.
Yeah, you can. You can try it.
What are you going to do? Make 1 bar soap?
Yeah, but it's better than what I did in the past was buy a pound of it at a time because it sounded great and then end up not liking it.
And then you get, I have so many little ones. Jessie's making a stank face.
I can't remember the last time I bought a fragrance I didn't use.
Okay.
Yeah. See, I'm in the process now of like trying to use them up. Now I'd like to see like I want something with this fragrance note in it, and I'll buy different little like 1 or 2 ounce samples of that with that fragrance note in it to try and find the one I like. But
I also feel like the fact that John has no sense of smell, that's a little odd because he can't like bounce things off of me. And I think that in the beginning when we first started the business, I just started making things with fragrances that I liked. And now that I know more about the fragrances, like the top notes, the middle notes, the bottom notes, and I'm able to pick out more of what, like in the beginning, I can't describe a fragrance. More nuances, yes, absolutely. Which I could not pick up before, absolutely not. And there's no way that he could ever even help me with that.
Well, I can tell you, I was just getting the dupe made, and the first rendition of it came, and I was like, initially I thought that smells really close. And my husband's like, I can tell a difference. And then I made it in soap, and it's like, it smells a little closer, but we make other things than just soap with it, so it needs to like really smell like it. And then I the more I'm thinking about it, the more I keep going back and smell it, the more I'm like, it's missing like that cologne element to it. It's like, it's very citrusy, but it's missing the cologne part of it that like really grounds it, and like,
or like a patchouli or something.
I was like, I can't. No, it's not a patchouli. But I was like, I can't believe I just said that.
Isn't that funny?
Doesn't have enough musk.
How you've developed your nose.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Jessie, if you don't hoard fragrances, what do you hoard? Buckets.
Soap.
Soap.
Buckets.
All right. What?
And I got a lot of buckets.
She
Now,
said-
I do give away a lot of buckets.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, did you get those buckets with the little...
I did. I saw her. She was using them in some videos, the buckets with
was
the
she?
flat thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How do they work? So then when I asked...
They work really good.
Yeah. When I asked what's a new tool, you completely forgot
I
about
mean,
your
it's not new.
buckets.
I've had them for like 3 months.
What is the weirdest custom order request that you've ever rejected?
I wouldn't say it's weird, but I rejected a rainbow soap one time because I just didn't want to deal with nothing controversial like that. And I don't do layers.
Layers, yeah. The layering is a lot.
I don't do layers.
I've never rejected any custom orders. I've made everything that everybody's ever asked.
Mine haven't been outrageous. It's just they always ask, like, hey, I have a baby shower or bridal shower or whatever in like 2 weeks. Can you...
Oh, well that...
Yeah, I get
know,
a lot of those, yeah.
I make it very... on my... Because I have a listing for it on my website for customs. And on the listing it says, I need at least 6 weeks notice. Because I'm going to cure it for 4 weeks, and I need 2 weeks to make sure I have the colors that you need, the fragrance that you need, all that kind of stuff.
I need to make a custom listing. I haven't done it yet.
Yeah. What is something that you'd like to experiment with in business or in crafts that you haven't tried yet?
Does that have to be related to our business?
Nope. I'd like to do epoxy. I'd love to try epoxy. I'd love to try woodworking. I'd like to try wood turning.
Yeah. I can see Jessie doing it.
Yeah.
I would love to do woodworking and furniture building. I actually know someone. She was a nurse, and then she worked with Medtronics doing pacemaker stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And she did a lot of woodworking. Like, literally, I think I told you guys the story. They were remodeling an outdoor space or something, and then they were making an indoor space.
Mm-hmm.
And she wanted a fireplace out there, like a gas fireplace. And the quote they got was outrageous. And she's like, I'll figure this out myself. And her husband's like, yeah, whatever. She framed out the entire thing beautifully. The electrician and the gas came in. They're like, dang, this is better than professional. Like, this is better than what most people will do. And so she built this whole thing. And then she's like, hey, I need like this piece of furniture. And I don't like anything I find out there. I'm just going to make it. And her husband's like, what's wrong with you? And now she can build complete furniture. She has her own tools. He made her a shed for her own stuff because like she was like,
nice.
Get out.
Yeah.
She builds better than what you find normally in the store.
Yeah, I love woodworking. I love it. If the soap business ever went out, I would probably get back into woodworking.
Nice.
I love it.
So this is a craft that I actually bought a beginner kit for that probably you guys have never heard of before. And I would like to try just because I saw another doc mom who was making it. It's called quilling. Have you ever heard of quilling?
Yes. It's the...
Yeah. No, not that. It's paper. So it's like you have these thin, tiny strips of paper.
Oh, and curling them? And
Yeah,
then
you
making
curl
them
it
into
in.
picture. Mm-hmm. I've seen that too.
And I wouldn't normally get into that, but when I saw it for the first time, we lost Jessie. When I saw it for the first time, the person had done it with an image of someone performing an epidural, like a cross section of it, like where the needle was going into where the epidural space and such. And I was like, that is really freaking cool.
So how about a this or that?
Sure.
Okay, this or that topic, unpopular comforts. I've only got a few. Things people secretly love but pretend that they don't. Real dishes or paper plates?
Paper plates.
Paper plates.
Dishes.
Eating dinner in silence or eating dinner with background noise?
It depends. No, I gotta have some noise.
Yeah, we always have the TV
whether it
on.
be from, whether it's the family or the TV or something. I gotta have some racket.
Calling or texting?
Texting.
Texting.
Yeah.
Sleeping with the TV on or dead silence?
To be honest, I mean, when I lay down to go to sleep, I don't sit there very long. I'm asleep.
I like white noise, but I don't like the TV being on because the light's changing on the TV. Sometimes will.
I had a TV in my bedroom. I got a TV for my 13th birthday. And
I fix to say.
for my 13th birthday, I got a TV, and I had it
For my 13th bedroom.
My 13th bedroom. Let me go on the tour over here. No, my 13th, but it was in my bedroom, so it's for my bedroom for my 13th birthday. It was a little tiny whatever. And that TV was on all night, every night, up until, not that specific TV, but from then on, I always had a TV on, and I could not fall asleep later on in life until I heard that from Law and Order. Every night I had to have Law and Order on, and I had to fall asleep to Law and Order. And then John came, moved in, and he was like, "You have a TV in your bedroom? Why?" And I was like, "Because I can't sleep without the TV." And he went, "The bedroom is for two things, honey." And we put the TV away. So, dead quiet.
That's funny.
That's my answer to that. All right.
How did you do that, like, in college? Did you live in the dorm and have a roommate?
Uh-huh.
And they didn't care?
She was never home. And when I was in college, my roommate, she showed up the first day of school, and she was wearing a long black dress, and her father showed up in a three-piece suit, and her mother, same thing, long black dress. She had this gorgeous long hair, went down to her waist. And 2 days after her parents dropped her off, she had a mohawk, and she dyed it green, and it was this high. She had safety pins in her neck and stuff. And we were totally cool with each other, but she was very rarely home at night. So the TV was on.
Wild.
The room was to myself because I wasn't going out.
You only ever had
stuff.
one roommate in college?
I only went away for the first year. So I went away to school for the first year, and then my brother graduated from high school, and my parents said, "We can't help you. We can't do both of you." It just wasn't happening. It wasn't like today with, every kid could get $1 bazillion from school loans. It was, I went for financial aid, and they were like, "Your parents make too much." And I was like, "Oh, great." So, and then I didn't get loans. I paid cash. Mm-hmm. So then my brother graduated, and my parents were like, I can't help both of you. It's just too much. I can't do it. So I came home and went to community college for a year until I could save up to go back to another school.
Mm-hmm. My brother did something similar, and he's a freaking chemical engineer now. So,
well, the killer was my brother decided to go to community college, and he went for maybe 9 days, and then he dropped out. And I was like, "You made me come home from college because for the 9 days that you decided to go to school, because they couldn't help us both." Mm-hmm. So, anyway, that bitterness is done. Do you rewatch?
Now you're in your retirement year,
right? And he's dead. Rewatching the same show for the 5th time, or starting something new?
Oh, if it's a good show, I'll rewatch it for.
Yeah, if it's a good show, I'm gonna rewatch it.
I will only rewatch it if I'm trying to fall asleep, like if it's during the day, because I don't know. I watch new. I want to watch new, and not only will I watch things that are new. If I watch, if I put on a series that I think is going to be great and I watch the first episode and I hate it, I give it another chance and I'll watch a second episode because maybe I didn't really hate it. And then I'll watch the third episode and then I'm like, well, I'm 3 episodes in. I might as well finish this season. It's very, very rare that I don't watch a full season of something.
But this is also the person, Jessie, who will watch an entire video before she keeps scrolling on, even if it's not interesting.
Yes, I have, because I fear like I'm going to miss out on something. Somebody told me to watch this show. There must be a reason. I've got to watch the entire thing. I have to see it through.
Now we just got to get Shauna watching Landman.
We watched the second one yesterday, and I think my uncle looks a lot like the main character in Landman. I'm going to send you a picture later.
I can say that most of the time when I'm watching a show, I'm doing something else too, and I think that might be why I like rewatching stuff.
Okay, that makes sense.
I don't really have to pay attention as much, so.
I'll put something on that I've seen already if I'm cleaning, like if I'm vacuuming, because then I don't feel like I'm going to miss something.
Yeah.
That's when I'll rewatch something. But other than that, I've got to watch all new. And I've been getting better. At least 2 times in the past year, I've watched a full season of a show and not wanted to watch the second season.
There you go. We have got to do, and we've talked about doing this, and I think our listeners would love it, is watching movies but we can't show the movie, but watching movies, because Margaret has not freaking seen Still Magnolias.
No.
I know,
I've seen bits and pieces, but I've never seen the whole thing.
She hasn't seen Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Nope. No.
We've got some
Bless your
movies.
heart.
Yeah, we've got to watch them. We've got to do that stuff. If we can figure out how to get
we got to figure that out.
I think we know how to watch it, because we can do it on FaceTime, and I can stream it on FaceTime.
Well, we could just do a share your screen.
Yeah, I can do it on FaceTime, and I can show you guys on FaceTime the same movie. But the problem is we can't show it to the people on live.
No, but we can show clips just like on a reaction video. Right, like we can't show the whole entire thing.
How are we going to do that live?
Oh, you mean doing it live? Yeah, okay. Yeah, we
We're
can't do
supposed
it,
to do it live.
I was thinking just like a reaction kind of video.
No. We had talked about doing it live so that other people, like scheduling it so other people can join us and watch the movie live with us on their own screens.
Yeah, we'll have to figure out how to do that.
We'll have to see. Right. I mean, does that sound like something people would be interested in? I wonder.
Yeah, if you're interested,
drop it down in the chat.
Not chat. The comments.
Hanging out with us and watching a movie.
Whatever.
Like we can put it like, hey, you turn it on, we'll turn it on at the same time, and we'll all react together, kind of thing. All right, you ready?
Right.
Next one. Grocery shopping alone or grocery shopping with someone else?
Alone.
I grocery shop on my phone and I go pick it up.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nice. It depends on where it is. And it depends on if I'm just going to run in and run out. But there are times when Shauna and I do everything together. Like if we're going grocery shopping, we're going grocery shopping together. But in a place like BJ's Warehouse, which is like a Sam's Club kind of thing, I want to go in there and I want to wander around and I want to look at all the different things. Or like in a Target, I want to I know she's such a child.
We don't have BJ's down here. Well, I mean,
That's what she said. He said.
we don't have the store down here.
We don't have those down here?
But I want to look at all of the different departments and I want to wander and meander. I want to be a Meanderthal in that kind of a place. But when we go together, he gets aggravated that I take too long. Like if I'm looking at something for too long. So, but
By the way,
mostly
I was
together.
going to tell you earlier that when I was in Greece, I learned that meander came from, I think it's Meandros, which is the river in Greece. And that's what the Greek key is.
Winding.
That Greek key is the meander.
Oh, I did not know that. All right, last one. Keeping the house cold or keeping it warm?
Cold. I already know you two when I want it warm. But...
I would love to keep the house warm, but obviously we turned on the episode today when we started filming. I have a space heater in here because it's freezing in here. Because as much as I would like to keep the house warm all the time, I'm also very cheap. So we keep the house low and I bundle up like an Eskimo.
You should move to Arizona. You would be happy as a clam.
Mm.
I'll be honest with y'all. I ran the air conditioner last night.
I'm over here wearing 75 layers. She's got the air conditioning on.
I can.
If I didn't, it would have been hot in the house.
I can tell you. So funny. You know, it's also what you get used to. And so I went to a Caribbean medical school on a 5 square mile island, very tiny, and we had the air conditioner running in class, and we had half my class was Canadian, and they were always freezing in the room. I'm like, you're freaking Canadian. You're supposed to be used to this cold, but they weren't used to air conditioning. They were used to being cold outside, but they were not used to air conditioning, and they were freeze during the air conditioning, but the rest of us were like melting. So it was just the funniest thing. It's like, you know, you should be used to the cold, but you're not used to it.
Yeah.
Inside.
That's odd. All right,
by the time I left the island, I could walk across the island with like jeans and a fleece jacket on outside in the Caribbean and be comfortable. It was very weird.
That is weird. Yeah, that's weird. Although I look at my daughter in Florida and she's like, you know, always bundled up and always wearing, you know, long sleeves and this and that, whatever.
Oh, so she's like you.
Yeah, but they're in and out of the air conditioning all day, so. All right, Heifers, that's going to wrap up our no topic turned full chaos episode of the Dirty Heifers podcast. Somehow we managed to meander like pros and still deliver a whole lot of laughs, questionable wisdom, and at least one new vocabulary word. If you enjoyed hanging out with us, make sure you follow, rate, and review the show wherever you're listening. Hop on over to YouTube, TikTok, or Instagram to see what the Heifers are up to behind the scenes. Share this episode with a friend who needs a little background chaos in their life. And as always, stay dirty, Heifers.